Okay, so I'm going to talk to you this evening about using essential oils for focus and concentration. I'm going to tell you a little bit about essential oils and how we can use them for focus and concentration. So thank you very much for joining us, whether you're joining us live in Facebook, if you're in the Zoom classroom, or if you're watching this recording on YouTube. It's really great to have you with us. So what I'm going to do in this class is teach you how to use essential oils and other natural solutions to establish more focus and concentration in your daily activities. I'm going to show you how to start using them in your own home and invite you to work with me doing this if you love what I do and think that you'd enjoy sharing these natural solutions with other people. So there's a picture of me, a little bit about my journey with essential oils. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Linda. I've been practicing yoga since the late 1980s. We've got somebody new. If you're joining us, can you just make sure that you are muted? And okay, there we go. Yes, I've been, and then I started to teach yoga. It was my full-time occupation from 1998, and I've run yoga classes, retreats, workshops, meditation sessions, weekends away. I've had my own yoga teacher training school, and my life has been yoga. And then a few years ago, I actually had an injury. I fell off my kid's scooter and damaged my wrist and arm, and it was making demonstrating yoga very difficult. It also was preventing me from doing the Thai yoga massage that I did, which is a very physical massage to give and receive. So I was getting very depressed, very down. My yoga was struggling. I couldn't work doing my Thai yoga massage. I couldn't even chop vegetables to cook, and I was struggling to drive. Everything was getting on top of me, getting me down. And a friend introduced me to these essential oils. I remember telling her how down I was, how fed up I was, how frustrated I was. And I remember her saying, "You need oils, you need essential oils." And I kind of looked at her like she was a little bit strange. I will be honest. And she actually gave me lemongrass. She gave me some lemongrass and said that would help me. And it didn't. It's helped me with other things since, but it didn't have any effect whatsoever on my arm. She then told me about some aroma touch training that was happening in Manchester to train to be an aroma touch therapist, to give the aroma touch treatment. It was an unusual for me to have a Saturday that was free. I had the money to pay for the course and everything lined up. It was like it was meant to be. There was a divine intervention. And so myself and a friend went along. We kind of treated it a bit like a spa day out because we got to give each other this treatment, and we came home with a box of essential oils to practice with. And so I started using the oils, learning about the oils, was still fairly skeptical about the oils, I will admit. They did smell nice, they felt nice. I wasn't too sure about the therapeutic aspect of them and the effect of them. But then 1 month I got the deep blue rub and everything changed. The deep blue rub completely changed my life. It has brought feeling back to my arm. My daughter is currently covered in deep blue rub, having done netball training last night for the first time in many months, and got up this morning with a very deep awareness of muscles in her legs and arms that she hasn't used for a few months. So now I spend my time telling people how wonderful these oils are. I've gone from, in my yoga classes, asking people, how do you feel physically, mentally, emotionally? I get up now in the morning and I ask, whose needs can I meet today, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even financially, knowing that in these bottles of oil, I've got the means to do just that, to change lives on a physical, mental, emotional, and financial way. They are yoga in a bottle to me. They do everything that yoga did without you having to actually get on the mat and practice. So let's go. That's what we're going to do this evening. I'm going to talk to you tonight about how we can use these oils to develop more focus and concentration. I want you to have a little think. Why would it matter to you? Why does developing more focus and concentration matter to you? Perhaps it's for yourself, or maybe you're watching this because you've got children who are studying in school, at college, at university, or perhaps you're training for something, studying for something, or perhaps you've got to go on a long drive and you need something to focus your concentration. What does it mean to you to develop more focus and concentration? I'm going to tell you 3 powerful things about essential oils. They're natural, they're safe, they're effective. Essential oils are naturally occurring compounds, they're aromatic compounds that are distilled from plants. Okay, the essential oils that we have are distilled from the leaves, the bark, the stem, the flowers, and they provide health benefits without the side effects of many medication. One essential oil can contain dozens or even hundreds of naturally occurring constituents, and this is what allows it to provide many benefits. We are in fact harnessing the power of Mother Nature, and we are taking what those plants use to protect themselves from environmental threats, and we are harnessing that to use in our body. Now, one oil could do so many things. There are so many different oils. I just want to focus this evening on focus and concentration. So the first oil that comes to mind when I think about using an essential oil to concentrate is rosemary. And putting rosemary in the diffuser is wonderful when you're concentrating, although it does make me think of roast dinners or roast vegetables, having rosemary in the diffuser. So this has got a really complex chemistry, and you can use it in hundreds of different ways. It's proven to boost alertness and focus. You can use it in cooking, like I just suggested. It brings dishes to life with a really fresh herb flavour. And it's a great oil for easing chronic coughs, cold symptoms, and fatigue. The little book there, Advanced Oil Magic, you can get that as a book or as an app and actually learn more about these oils. Essential oils are cost effective. So it costs pennies per dose, and 1 bottle of essential oil can contain hundreds of doses. In fact, our essential oils come in 2 size bottles, 5 ml or 15 ml, and a 15 ml bottle of essential oil has approximately 240 drops of oil in it. And 1 drop of peppermint is equal to 7 pence. Now that 1 drop of peppermint, if you were to add it to a cup of warm water, the oils are so concentrated, it would be the equivalent of having 28 cups of peppermint tea. We need to have a think about what it costs you for a prescription for something like food poisoning, earache, time missed from work, or being unable to do something that you want to do, something you've got booked, something you've got planned. What we like to teach people is with these essential oils in your home, you've always got something to reach for that'll give you a natural solution. So just a few drops of the oil can actually end up saving you hundreds. I need to change that to pounds, not dollars. We're in the UK, aren't we? But if you think about time missed from work and paid work, 3 drops of peppermint costs, it's actually 21 pence. I thought I'd change this slide. There's 21 pence for 3 drops of peppermint, and that 3 drops of peppermint can be used for so many different things. Oh, I did do it. I just forgot to remove the slide. So a few drops of peppermint, 3 drops of peppermint, 21 pence. What would you use that peppermint for? Peppermint can be used to soothe an upset stomach. It's wonderful for cooling fevers down. So when either of my children have had a temperature, peppermint in some fractionated coconut oil along the spine and on the soles of the feet, you can repeat that every 20 minutes. Great for cooling the fever down. It's great for easing head tension and any respiratory issues. It's also a wonderful oil for focus. Now, in the Zoom classroom, is there anybody who wants to unmute themselves and to tell us, anybody who uses peppermints? Elaine, were you saying you had a use for peppermints?
I certainly do. I use peppermint most days when I'm at my desk. I've got a small USB diffuser, and if I'm working on spreadsheets or writing something up that really needs to be spot on, I have peppermint in my diffuser to help me focus. Fabulous stuff.
Wonderful. I think it's great that we've got, there's something natural there that helps to keep you alert and keep that focus. And it tastes fantastic as well, doesn't it?
It does. I sometimes put a drop in my water, and it's also good combined with the lavender. If I've got a headache, clears my head. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing, Elaine. Thank you.
Welcome.
I shall have something in the post as a thank you to you for sharing. Thanks so much. Okay, what have we got next? doTERRA stands out in a crowd. I should find a nice picture to go with that, shouldn't I? So doTERRA guarantees this purity and potency, and it's what matters when you're choosing what essential oils you are going to put. So Elaine was saying there about putting oils in water. And if you are going to be putting these oils into your body or on your body, or if you're going to be putting them in your diffuser and breathing them in, you really need to make sure that what you are putting in your body and around your family are pure and potent. And doTERRA are the only company out there that guarantee that we have got this certified pure tested grade standard to guarantee that purity and potency. And the testing that goes into these oils to check that there are no impurities, that they're completely unadulterated, that nothing has been added to these essential oils. doTERRA are the only people out there guaranteeing that for us. The purity means it's not been adulterated with any synthetic agents or contaminated by chemicals. So doTERRA partners with the growers and the distillers to ensure that we get product that hasn't had any chemicals sprayed on it to help it to grow, that it hasn't had any synthetic agents, any added fragrance put with it to help it to smell better when it doesn't actually need that. It's totally natural. And the potency, doTERRA, a science-based company, and on the website you can access all kinds of videos that tell you more about this, but they work with scientists and research so that we know where the products should be grown, the ideal growing conditions, and the ideal time for harvest. And by going to where the plants should be grown, so we make sure that the plants are grown in their natural habitat and they're harvested at the right time and in the right way, that it produces that optimal plant chemistry so that we're really getting the best essential oil in the bottle. Now, for example, lavender is a really commonly adulterated essential oil. It's probably because it's one of the most popular oils. It's the one that everybody knows and thinks about. It says there, true lavender promotes restful sleep. If you've tried lavender and it doesn't promote restful sleep, it's possibly that it's not a true lavender, that it's an adulterated lavender. But I do also need to tell you that lavender doesn't necessarily work relaxing everybody. The 3 different ways that we can use our essential oils. Aromatically, the aroma of an essential oil can have an immediate effect on your body and brain chemistry. Neuroscience has shown us that within 3 seconds of smelling something, there has been a chemical reaction in the brain to release hormones. The Candace Pert has done a lot of study on this. I remember studying this with neuroscience years ago. But as we smell, the molecules of what we are smelling enter the olfactory nerve, enter the system. And what we have to remember as well is essential oils, due to the chemical makeup, can actually pass through the cell membranes and pass the blood-brain barrier. And they have it within 3 seconds. So you could smell an essential oil that is meant to uplift you, and within 3 seconds, your body is releasing the hormones into your system, but for that effect. I want you to have a think about how you felt the last time you peeled an orange a satsuma, or a tangerine. So when you break the skin apart, or you cut the skin, you burst the oil sacs, and our citrus essential oils are cold pressed from the rind. So when you peel the fruit, you're pressing and squeezing, bursting the oil sacs. And with the citrus oils, how did it make you feel? So for me, citrus oils are sunny, make me feel happy. And to use your oils aromatically, you can simply put them in your hands, put a drop in your hands, rub your hands together and smell them. You can add them to your jewelry. We have diffuser jewelries, necklaces, bracelets, brooches that you put a little bit of oil on. You can use the diffuser, or you can smell right from the bottle. A little word on diffuser. So Elaine mentioned a portable USB diffuser. That's great. That plugs into your USB on your laptop. We don't use the candle burner diffusers. I must admit, when I first started looking into these oils, that was how I thought you diffused essential oils. If you heat the oils, you change the chemical makeup, and that changes the effect of the oil. So we have the picture there is one of doTERRA's most popular diffusers, the petal diffuser, and the white top lifts off. You put water in, it's cold water, it doesn't heat the water up at all, so it's completely safe around children and pets and such like. You add a few drops of the essential oil, and then it diffuses it into the air. There are all kinds of different diffusers available. Happy to help you. You can pick them up in supermarkets these days, the electric diffusers. So I'm going to talk about an oil that, prior to the Adaptive coming out, this was my daily go-to blend, and it does exactly what it says on the bottle. It's called Balance, the grounding blend, and it grounds. It helps to alleviate stress and anxiety, improves focus and concentration, and supports neurological health for emotional regulation. So I would put a few drops of this on the soles of my feet each day. Or if I was going into a situation where I knew I was going to be seeing somebody or talking to somebody who I found challenging. We all have those situations and people in our life that can be challenging to deal with. I would have a few drops of Balance on my chest before I went into that situation. You can use your essential oils topically, so you can apply them to your skin. Now, the essential oils are tiny particles, and they're very quickly absorbed by the skin and distributed through the body. It takes about 20 minutes for your bloodstream to distribute that oil throughout the whole of the body. As I said, the chemicals, the chemical compounds, they're so tiny, these particles, that they will pass through the cell membrane, which is what helps to make these oils so effective in a way that synthetically manufactured drugs can't be. Now, you can use your oils topically by applying them neat, undiluted, particularly because we are using really pure essential oil here. There's no adulteration. Or you can dilute it and add it to an affected area. I would always recommend, if you're not used to using essential oils, particularly at first, you dilute with the fractionated coconut oil or the body lotion, or add it to any other lotion that you've already got. We need to have a think about what kind of things might we use an oil topically for. And here we come, and I was just about, just a sec. This, you can't quite see that with the bottle, I managed to cut my picture up. So Balance used to be my go-to daily oil, and it has now been taken over by the Calming Touch, Blend Touch. So when I talked about lavender earlier, I said lavender is one of the oils in here. This is a blend. So doTERRA take all the guesswork out of what oil to put with what to get the effect, and what ratios to mix it in, and they make these blends for us. And this is the Adaptive blend, it's the Calming blend, and this is just the most amazing, fantastic oil. It relieves feelings of stress and anxiety. It does so many things. Like, there's a whole long list. I could talk and teach for a whole hour on this one oil on its own, but just considering we're thinking about focus and concentration, we use Adaptive to relieve feelings of stress and anxiety. If we need to uplift a depressed mood, if we need to calm restless, tense emotions, this oil is wonderful. It is an oil that every classroom should definitely have. And I know we've got a few people in the Zoom room that use this. I'm going to call on somebody, because I know whenever I post on Facebook about this oil, she likes to say how much she likes it. So Amy, if you'd like to unmute yourself and just very briefly, please tell us what you use this oil for and how you find using this oil, please.
Hi. I use this on a daily basis. I have it in my diffuser necklace. I get a lot of anxiety, and it helps with me so much with my anxiety. I put it in the bath. I have the rollerball constantly in my handbag, so I just like put it on pulse points, and it just lifts my mood from like a down mood to like a mood where I can like do stuff and not have the anxious feelings.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you carry this oil with you, so it's there for you to use as and when. Always in your handbag. Okay. But that's the other thing, is it actually is quite a nice perfume, isn't it?
Yeah, it smells lovely.
How would you describe the smell?
It has like an orangey smell, but there's also like a herby kind of smell to it as well.
Yeah, there's so many different layers to this. I think it's wonderful. I love to hear how you've got this in your handbag with you, so that if you're starting to feel anxious, you can take it out, and it's quite discreet, isn't it, as well? You can just roll it on your wrist, and it allows you, like you say, to then to go on and to do what you would normally do. Thank you. Another thing you did mention, my all-time favorite, the bath. Putting this in a bath. When you get into a bath with Adaptive, what is it like?
Oh, it's just totally out of this world. I just have the most relaxing feeling ever. I just forget about everything around me, and I'm just focused on how relaxed I feel.
It's getting into a bath with Adaptive in it. It's like sinking into a marshmallowy kind of. Thank you so much for sharing, Amy. I'm gonna get a little thank you in the post to you to say thank you for being brave and speaking up for us. Thank you very much. Right, let's have a look. What have we got next? We can use our essential oils internally. However, do not use any essential oil internally. Please ensure your oils are both pure and potent. Remember that CPTG labeling. If you are putting something into your body, make sure that it is pure, that it is unadulterated. These are the doTERRA are the only oils that I trust to add to my food and my water, or into a capsule, or even just underneath my tongue. A true essential oil can be used internally in moderation. We often hear people saying that we shouldn't use the essential oils internally. They can be. Not all essential oils are, but doTERRA have a labeling system that tells us which ones can be used internally. And when you get started using the essential oils, we give you the guidelines and we help you with that. But if you think about it, okay, so the oils that I use on a daily basis internally are things like lemon oil and orange oil, which are used to flavor so many things that are on your supermarket shelves anyway. And you just add a couple of drops of the oil to a veggie capsule and swallow it like you would any kind of capsule or tablet. Or like I do, add a few drops to water. I also put it in the essential oils. Quite like to take a natural yogurt and add some essential oils to the natural yogurt to flavour the yogurt. In fact, I was cooking this evening and the recipe called for lime. At the last minute, you're supposed to add a squeeze of lime and a bit of lime zest, and I didn't have a lime, but I had lime oil, so I just put half a dozen drops of lime oil in my stir fry, and it was just as good, if not better. Focus blend. This is the one that I put on me before I started to do this presentation. So the Focus blend, or In Tune, to give it its name in the UK, and it does exactly what it says on the bottle. It improves focus. It helps you to concentrate and complete tasks. It calms hyperactive behavior and enhances attention for improved organization. It does what it says on the bottle. I'm not a big fan of the smell of this oil. There is something in there that I do not particularly like. However, I love the effect. If I have to concentrate on putting a presentation together, doing something tech, which I am slightly challenged with, In Tune oil really helps. So let's have a look at some natural solutions for healthy, happy lifestyle. And we've discovered some already. So we've looked at there this evening, the calming blend touch, the adaptive, rosemary, peppermint, the grounding blend that we call balance, and the focus in tune blend. And we come to the vitality supplement trio, the lifelong vitality. I could not survive without these. To say that these have been a lifesaver, particularly in the last 12 months whilst I've been battling chronic fatigue and long COVID, these I would not have got to back to where I am today. These supplements promote cellular and DNA protection. They improve your immune function, your hormone balancing, your mood stabilization. And this last one for me is a definite that they do. It is noticeable if I haven't taken them. They increase energy, vitality, and overall wellness. There are 3 supplements. They've got essential oils in them, but they've also got so many other goodies. They boost your energy, reduce pain and inflammation, balance mood and hormones, and fortify the immune system. Again, I have got a separate presentation on these. I could talk for hours about the benefits of these. The gut is the second brain. If we are looking to help our focus and our concentration, or we're looking to help the focus and concentration of our children, we need to have a look at what's going on in the gut. So that's looking at the diet and what we are feeding the gut, but also looking at the health of the gut and making sure that any supplements that we take are supporting the health of the gut. One of the best things that you can do for yourself or your children is to take a probiotic complex. doTERRA have 2. They have an adult one and a child one. I like taking the child one. It's a sherbet. It's like a sweet sherbet. It's absolutely gorgeous. I need to hide it in my house because my children would have 3 or 4 every day if I left them out. A probiotic, okay, so doTERRA's probiotic, like all of their products, but especially the supplements, have been thoroughly researched, and there's a lot of science gone into putting them together and manufacturing them in a way that our bodies can actually use them. And the probiotic supports a healthy digestive and immune system. It balances hormones. It's got a unique double encapsulated pill for better absorption. I might insert a picture on this slide of that because it's a really funky looking little capsule, the probiotic. The Enzymes, I take these with every meal. I do know of some families who have a bottle of Enzyme actually in the middle of the dining table, and they all help themselves at mealtime. There are whole food enzymes that are often missing when our food gets cooked or processed, and the Enzymes help your body to produce the digestive enzymes to help to support healthy digestion and your metabolic processes, to help your body to break down the food. And these enzymes promote nutrient absorption, helps with the digestion and the peristalsis, can help to soothe any digestive upset. If you've had a large meal or you've got any food sensitivities, if you found that perhaps a lot of junk and rubbish has crept into your diet, or perhaps you've had a bit of a splurge, we all have those times when we kind of end up eating too much of the wrong things. The Enzymes are really good at helping to get your body to digest and clean out your system. And then the Myso 2 Max, the energy and stamina complex. If you find yourself reaching for coffee or sugary things or energy drinks, you can replace them with these that are completely natural. They work on the mitochondria. They support the production of ATP, which is the cellular energy. So they help the cells in your body to produce energy. And they're really good for helping to promote mental clarity and a positive mood. A fantastic substitute for caffeine. Now, I love these and I could rave forever, but let's see, we've got somebody else in the Zoom room that I know also likes these. So Janette, if you could just unmute yourself and tell us about the Myso 2 Max.
Yeah, if I don't take these, I just feel tired, sluggish, and I'm like that all day. I have no energy, and I just sleep all day. So I take one in the morning, and it keeps me going. And sometimes I take another one about 2 o'clock. If I take any later than that, it seems to keep me awake.
Yeah, I'm really glad you said that.
Yeah.
With the Mito 2 Max and the Lifelong Vitality, I really don't recommend that you take those late afternoon or in the evening, because they work so well. They do give you such a boost of energy that you don't want to be taking these if you're hoping to go to bed within a few hours. Thank you so much, Janette. I'm so glad that you've got that natural solution. Again, I can go pop a little thank you in the post here for unmuting and sharing. Thank you, Janette. So if you've already got your wholesale accounts, you can get these added onto your LRP. Just ask over and all you need is love. If you're watching this as part of the public group or on the YouTube or on my website and you haven't got started with a wholesale account yet, we're going to have a look at that. So I want you to just remember right back at the beginning, and I asked you to think about what it would mean to you, what improving focus and concentration would mean to you and in your home. And let's have a look at how we could get the things that I've talked about this evening. So you can choose a starter kit to help to meet your goals. Now, if you've already got your wholesale account, you can just add any of them to your LRP. But we've put together a little starter kit, a focus and concentration kit that has got that calming blend touch, the adaptive. It's got the peppermint oil in, it's got the balanced grounding blend, it's got the rosemary, and it's got that in tune roller. And to get started with that, it's £129.55. That also opens up your wholesale customer membership account. That means that you can get whatever else you want for 25% off retail prices. Now, perhaps you like the sound of all the supplements that I was talking about, and you wanted to add those in there as well. So you could get the oils, but add the supplements and that Mito 2 Max, that probiotic, and the Enzymes in there, and get yourself started for £308. I want to just talk a little bit more about the Lifelong Vitality and what makes them such incredibly good value. If you were to buy the equivalent groceries to get the nutrients, the equivalent nutrients in food in a month, it would cost you £650. You'd be looking at 132 ounces of tuna, 37 cups of brown rice, 2 gallons of chocolate milk, 50 carrots, 60 red peppers, 60 broccoli. So I was looked at that. So 60 cups of broccoli, that's the equivalent of 2 cups of broccoli a day, 75 cups of Swiss cheese, 30 cups of sunflower seeds. That's like a cup of sunflower seeds a day, isn't it? It would cost you about £650 to get the equivalent nutrient value that you get in the supplements. And there's just some testimonials there. There's one from a nurse. I love how they make me feel. They add that kick in my step. With all the mitochondria energy support, it's a perfect balance between whole plant-based goodness and scientific genius. I'm blown away with the ingredient list. I noticed the biggest difference in my energy level, my mood, and my overall health. Without my LV, I am sluggish and have a hard time staying focused. We never run out now, and make sure to have them every day. I notice, my family notices. My husband brings me my Lifelong Vitality with my morning brew to make sure that I get started with them in the morning. Within 6 weeks, my husband was shocked that his hips no longer ached, and he asked me to get him some more. He never skips a day. It's now been several years of loving his LLV. Why is LLV better? Well, our diets, no matter how good a diet we have, they are still nutrient deficient, especially compared to the quality of fruit and vegetables that were grown generations ago. And it can be quite hard to maintain and to eat a healthy diet all the time, but just any old supplement won't do. doTERRA's supplement is bioavailable, so when your body ingests it, it's recognized, it's absorbed, it's utilized. So if you could be taking a super vitamin, and if it's not bioavailable, it's useless. It's just passing through you and going down the toilet. doTERRA have designed this so that it is bioavailable. It's chelated. It's full spectrum. The lifelong vitality is made from natural food produce. So there's some benefits there that I've already talked about: general wellness, vitality, antioxidant, DNA protection, energy metabolism, bone health, immune function, stress management, cardiovascular health, healthy hair, skin and nails, eye and brain health, nervous system health, liver function, digestive health, lung and respiratory health, gentle on your stomach. There's no genetically modified material, and the dairy free. There is a vegan, okay, so the Omega complex, there is a vegan alternative. Your health is your greatest asset. Okay, you can't buy your health, you can't replace your health. We only have to look after it. Once you get started with doTERRA, we teach you how you can save even more by getting a subscription, collecting free rewards, free products, and we help you to focus on achieving your goals. Now, they might be physical goals, things that you need, that you're looking at to help and support your physical body. There might be mental or emotional goals. It could be financial goals. Whatever it is, we can help you with that. Now, those of you who are on the class live, okay, so if you're in the Zoom classroom, I'll do this at the end of the Zoom. If you're on Facebook live watching this, if you post in the comments, if there are any of these that interest you, I will pick up that comment and get in touch with you. But if we were in a physical class now, what we'd be doing is be offering you the chance to make a rollable to take home and try some of these blends to make up, to have a play with the oils. Obviously we can't do that because we're not together, but I've got oils here, and I have got some empty roll balls and some postage. So if you want to pay £5 for the postage and the rollable, I'll put my oils in it for you and get it out to you. I can make you one that's to help to stay balanced and calm, can help you one that will help with digestive health, energy and focus, seasonal zen, or a happy head, to help your head stay happy. So if you're in the Zoom, I'll come back to those. If you're on Facebook Live, post in the comments and I'll get in touch with you. If you're looking to get started, if you haven't already opened up your wholesale account and you're wondering why would I want to do it with the All You Need Is Love ladies, anybody joining our team, you get a 30-minute private consultation with me when your oils arrive. It's done via Zoom at the moment. You will then also have a 30, 60 and 90-day check-in if you want to check up and help you with your oils and help you. What we do is help you to set protocols to get really good results using your oils, help you set up routines to make using your oils easy. We've got a Facebook support group where you can get 24/7 access and ask any questions in there, get support, get answers. There's videos in there. We've got a private YouTube channel where you can access videos to watch, to learn. And we have regular online classes. Plus, we post you out a bag of goodies, personalised samples, and a little A to Z guidebook to help you get started. I do recommend this book. So on some of the slides this evening, you'll have seen Advanced Oil Magic. You can find answers to 600 ailments. So what I was saying, doTERRA's mission to get oils into every home and an oil expert in every home. This book is the oil expert. You don't need to be the expert. The book is the expert. It teaches you how to use your oils. You can get it as a book, you can get it as an app, and I'm quite happy to help people. Anybody who's getting started with us, we can help you to get that book for free. Anything that you buy from doTERRA comes with no risk. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. This includes those supplements. Okay, so you could try those supplements for 30 days, and if you weren't satisfied, you can get your money back. So just a reminder, if you're looking to get started today with a kit and you're looking to put together there's all kinds of kits. We can help you put a personalised kit together for you. But if you're interested in the oils I've talked about tonight, that focus and concentration, just the oils is £129.55. If you wanted to get started with the supplements as well, we can add those and we can help you with anything you want. I'm going to come out of Facebook now, so if you want any help and you're watching this in Facebook, do just post in the comments and I will check those. I'm going to join everybody over in the Zoom classroom, supposed to have a little bit of a chat. If you're on YouTube, you can click on the link, visit the website or email me and I'll be happy to help you.